Hello, this is Angie Burns, the owner and publisher of the Burns Team City Lifestyle, and welcome to City Lifestyle with Angie Burns. I personally run the Burns Team City Lifestyle, and we own the Allen, Plano, Rockwall, and Cross Timbers publications, but there are over 15 City Lifestyle publications in the DFW area and over 250 nationwide. We love to celebrate all of the amazing things that are going on in the DFW area, specifically where we have our luxury publications, and share them with our listeners so that you know the best-in-class businesses, the organizations making a difference in our community, and the individuals who are making an impact on our residents here in our area. Hello and welcome to City Lifestyle with Angie Burns. Our guest today is Joel, the owner of Rocky Creek Candle Company here in Fairview, Texas. And I'm super excited to have him come on because these are my favorite candles ever. And you can create your own scent. So you don't have to just go with the ones that they have, but you can actually go in and have a whole workshop and do it yourself. We're going to talk about that here in just a minute. But tell us, Joel, a little bit about you and how you got into owning Rocky Creek Candle Company. It's a very interesting story.
It's a culmination of different things because I retired from corporate world where I was a telecommunications network engineer and
so you haven't been a candle maker your whole life?
Nope. This is something that powers higher than me decided that I'm going to do after I retired from the corporate world. And it all started because we actually were traveling and we were up in St. Louis, and son and I decided we were going to take father-in-law to go see a baseball game, and the girls are going, oh, no. We're not going to go sit in, it's not like the Ranger Stadium here. We're not going to go sit in the St. Louis Stadium on a hot Sunday afternoon to watch ball game. And so they were doing some research, and they found this, you know how we have the D magazine here? St. Louis has one called The Post, and they found this little article about pour your own, make your own candle experience. So they went there, my wife, my daughter, and my sister-in-law, and they wound up spending like 3+ hours there, just, creating their own, learning how to create and blend their own fragrances to make and mix for their candle, right? Which was really kind of different twist of being able to go into a candle studio and they already have.
I can already spend 3 hours just smelling all the candles on the shelves. So I know I could spend a good chunk of time. Easy, right? If I was creating my own.
And so from there, we started researching when we were driving back from St. Louis, and the girls were very excited about it. Decided to, we're doing some research. Well, how are we going to do, can we do this when we get back home? Where is it in Dallas? Can we do this, right? Come to find out from what we found, there isn't really an environment or an opportunity to create and make your own candles like what we do, right? The way they learned or the way they got to experience it. So we were doing some more research and got some training and how to do this. There was a group of stores that were already established. St. Louis one. The concept and the experience and the procedure was born out of Ohio. And
but it's not a franchise.
No, not a franchise.
Rocky Creek is its own brand and its own entity. So you were learning from other candle makers how to do the process so that you could start your own.
Exactly. And we spent quite a bit of time up learning, working with others, and setting this up so that we can be our own independent. But on the flip side, while we are our own, there's still like 50 of these stores, all independently owned and operated throughout the United States, that we all kind of get together and collaborate. If there's tips, if there's tricks, if there's or buying power, right?
It's a community of candle makers that really just help each other and rely on each other. That's fantastic.
It is, and it's fun, and we've got to be pretty close friends with, So we were the first ones in Texas of this concept. We were the first ones in Texas, and since then there's only been 2 other candle companies that have opened up that follow and use the same procedure, but they're nowhere near us, right?
Yes.
One's down in Houston, the other one's over in in Longview. So
let's talk a little bit about the model that you have, because when you think, oh, it's a candle shop, you think you're going in and you're just going to look at a bunch of candles, but yours is more of a maker space. It is more of an event space, a workshop environment. It's a lot larger than you would think. You have a lot of space there.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that concept of, it really isn't about going in and buying a candle, even though you can, but it's about going in and the actual ambiance and the experience of.
It's all about the experience.
Yeah, of
it's all about the
candle.
experience and having the satisfaction, knowing that this is yours, right? So customers come in, clients come in, they get to pick from about 50 different containers, colors, sizes, from single wick, double wick, triple wick. We even have one that's 9 wicks.
Oh my goodness!
Right, it's a big table centerpiece. We actually have. I'm burn testing a new one that we just got last week. But after they pick their container or their bath and body products.
Yeah, I was going to get into that.
Right?
So save that thought. We're going to talk about that later. That's a newer addition to Rocky Creek.
And then they're going to create. Then they're going to go select from, as you mentioned, fragrances that most appeal to them individually. Right. That's the big thing, is that everybody's sense of smell is unique to them, and it's almost like a fingerprint, right? What appeals to you may not appeal to me. What appeals to me, it's vice versa. And what we do is we actually have them go through all of the different fragrances that come to mind for them, that they can think of, or because we actually carry about 90 different fragrances on the wall, and they're all made into the candle. So they're actually going to be checking and smelling from the actual candle, that fragrance. And then once we actually have them do is select a minimum of 5 up to 8 different fragrances, because we need a good selection, a variety of what appeals to them.
Yeah. And
then we're going to help them narrow that down to 2 or 3. And then out of that, they're going to create and blend, following, I akin it to saying, you're going to follow grandma's rules of cooking. It really,
a pinch of this, a dab of that,
you got
a little bit. Yeah,
that's exactly right. A little dab of this. So there's no measuring.
Yes.
The only time measuring.
Math is not involved.
No,
that's great news.
Nope. Oh, you got to count to, you got to get to 5. Right?
I can do that. Yeah. We have more fantastic information coming your way, so stay with us, because City Lifestyle with Angi Burns will be right back. At City Lifestyle, we only partner with best-in-class businesses. And a lot of times people will ask me, well, what does that mean? We do a very rigorous vetting process for anyone who is allowed to advertise in our publications. We only partner with people who are 4- and 5-star businesses and who have great reviews with Better Business Bureau, have all of their licenses and certifications up to date. We want to make sure that our readers and listeners are only being recommended businesses who are going to go above and beyond, so you know you are getting a best-in-class business.
So they'll select fragrances that appeal to them, and even if they come in as a group, right? A couple doing a date night, or a wedding couple coming in, bride and groom coming in together. We have them work together to create their custom fragrance, and they'll do that by picking these different fragrances that appeal to them. Then I have scent specialists, a team of individuals who we have trained of what blends and what goes together, right? Salt and pepper, so to speak, right? Cashmere and Black Sea, or Palo Santo and Black Sea, or Aspen Woods and Sandalwood. Themes that there are fragrances that are well adapted to blending together, right?
So what's the most random blend that you've seen done?
Earth and lavender, and what else did she blend with it? It was like fresh lemon or fresh air.
Okay.
And that was about the most unusual that I've especially since we carry earth anyway, right?
Right.
We have tones that, like, you wouldn't believe that they made a candle fragrance out of that. But yeah, it was like earth, lavender, and I believe it was sandalwood, right?
Okay.
The individual put together, and it actually, when it was done, she did pretty good job. It's like, oh, this is enticing.
You're right. You're like, that's
I can
different.
see this.
Yeah.
Right. Really different.
So let's talk a little bit about those experiences. So you talked about, a bride and groom can come in and they can do one together, but it's a great team building activity. It's a great party experience. So you host birthday parties, you host bridal showers, you host corporate team building. There's unlimited amount of things that you can do.
It is,
so
absolutely.
tell us how that experience works if you're bringing in a group.
So what we ask everybody to do is to go online to our website, make a reservation. So that gives us an indication of how many's in your party, because as I mentioned earlier, I want to have a scent specialist spend time with so many guests at a time. They can work with they can work for probably 4 to 6 individuals at a time, but every guest that comes in will have explicit one-on-one time while they're blending and creating their fragrances, all right, for themselves, right? So everybody gets one-on-one time. Even though it's a group, they're still going to be, and we ask them to make a reservation so that way I know how many scent specialists I need to have.
How many can you hold? What's the largest group you're able to hold?
I can actually hold 28 people in the studio. At any one time, I can put the most is 28, right? So it's a large group. Keeps us hopping. We were about that way yesterday. So, and we will be that way. What's today? Monday?
I don't even know what day it is.
Wednesday. I've got a large private
it's
corporate
summer,
company
so
coming in.
You guys may not be watching this right now, but right now it's summer, so I have no idea what day it is. I have no idea what time it is. I don't know where my children are.
It's fun, but yes. So everybody will have one-on-one time, and they actually will work with a scent specialist who has been trained of how to coach and how to assist guests to creating their own fragrances. And we basically, what we do is after they've picked their fragrances, we start by asking them to identify which one is their most favorite, what really, really popped to them and sung to them the most, right? And then we'll build off of that when we'll start pairing up. Maybe it's just 2, maybe it is 3, right? But we don't do any more than 3. And the reason for that is because, it's like when you're cooking, you start putting too many seasons in them, they start clashing and fussing and that, and they don't work together well. And then it's hard for you to determine which
one to take out at that point.
So we limited it 3.
So we touched a little bit on your other Bath and Body products that you have. So you are not limited to just candles, even though it's Rocky Creek Candle Company. You guys have expanded into other areas as well. I know you've got the perfumes and the soap. So tell us a little bit more about that.
So that started out as a how are we going to grow this, right? So we were all doing candles, and then we added to that the ability to do car diffusers, right? Refillable car diffusers, which are very fun and unique. And then we added.
So you can do your scent that you love at home in your car. Ooh, I didn't know that.
You're going to create your own scent for your car.
I like that.
Right? And it's very unique. The containers that we use are kind of a octagonish shape, wood tops. And what they do is that folks, once they've made their fragrance up, they'll fill it to a certain level and then they'll put it in their car. Some folks like to put it on the rearview mirror. Some folks like to put it on the turn signal of their car. But it needs to be up towards the front where you can get the airflow of the car. And it uses that airflow to disperse the fragrance throughout the car. And then every couple of days, they just give it a quick little tip, top it and get more fragrance because it's a very soft porous wood. It absorbs and then disperses that fragrance throughout the vehicle. When folks make theirs, there's generally enough that should last them on an average of about 4 to 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And that really is determined based on the individual, right? Individual controls the longevity because of how often they get to rejuvenate that top, right? Some folks like to rejuvenate quite often. Some folks will rejuvenate it maybe once or twice a month. We've had several customers come back and say that they've had theirs last them almost a year.
Wow.
Right? So it's, and then from that we had shea butter lotion, goat milk and honey lotion, our own recipe for sugar scrub, which has 3 different grains of sugar in it. And then we also have hand soap, where it's liquid hand soap, not the foaming yet. We're looking into that. And then, shower gel. And then our latest addition to the tribe was the bubble bath, being able to create and scent your own bubble bath.
Oh, my kids would have loved that. They're too old for bubble baths now, but if you've got littles, bubble baths always a hit. Yeah,
it's good for everybody.
It is. It's good.
For everybody. It's good for everybody.
I will give you that, but I will tell you, my kids loved it when they were little, playing with all the bubbles. So
it is.
They could even come in and create their own scents, because you can do this at any age. There's not an age limit, right? You don't have to do only adults.
No, we don't do just adults. For actual candle creation experience of making their own by blending oils, we do ask to try to have the kids at least probably 7 and older.
Okay.
We want them to be able to make sure that they can control, right? They have the muscle dexterity to control.
Dumping the whole thing in there?
Nah, that'd be... So, and then generally with parents, like, so we've done birthday parties for 7 and 8-year-olds, and they have
like a mom and me type of activity.
Mother-daughter day,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Mother-daughter time. But we didn't leave the little ones out.
Okay.
We have a special candle for the little ones.
Okay.
The little ones, remember doing sand art when we were kids?
Yep.
That was a long time ago. So we have an actual workstation that we've created a series of an area that the little ones, like 4, 5, 6-year-olds, they can control a scoop, right?
Yes.
They can't control oil yet because there's too much finesse in that, but they can create. And so we have what we call sand wax. It looks like sand art. Every color is its own fragrance. So they do just like with doing sand art. They get their own little jar.
Oh, that's
They get
amazing.
to pick the different colors that they really, really like. And then they have this little scoop. They
I
just
want to do that.
pour it in
instead
and
of the other
create
one
their
anyway.
own, right?
Yeah.
And then as their candle, with mom and dad's supervision, as their candle burns through a color, their candle changes fragrance.
That
because
is really
every
neat.
color is a different fragrance.
Yeah.
So we don't leave the little ones out either.
Love that. Stay tuned. We will be right back with City Lifestyle with Angi Burns after these short announcements. Thank you for tuning into City Lifestyle with Angi Burns. We are committed to being involved in our community and giving back as much as we can. If you would like us to come out and throw a neighborhood block party for your community, please contact us. We bring out bounce houses, DJs, ice cream trucks, and we would love to get your feedback on our publication and introduce you to our highly qualified and vetted advertising sponsors. We do not sell anything at the events. We just come out, throw a party, and get to know our neighbors so that we know how to best serve our community. So let us know if you would like us to come out to your neighborhood. We typically serve our neighborhood for block parties during the months of May, June, July, and October for trunk or treats. So reach out to us at Angi, ANGI.Burns at citylifestyle.com to book your City Lifestyle block party today. So what does the future for Rocky Creek Candle Company look like?
Trying to expand, of course. We are looking, we've been asking ourselves that question, what are we going to do when we grow up?
Yeah.
Right? Adding on to, more space, adding on some more products, some new different products.
So how long have you been there now? 5
Actually,
years?
we've been there 6.5 years now.
6.5 years now.
We'll be there 7 years come November.
And you are located in Fairview. Go ahead and tell everybody where you're located.
We are in the Fairview Town Center, which is in Fairview, Texas. It's near one of the busiest intersections in the North Texas region, where there's close to almost 250,000 cars pass through those 3 shopping centers every day.
I believe that.
Every day. So we're actually in the Fairview Town Center shopping center. There's multiple buildings. There's the Dillard's building. There's the Macy's building. Not anymore. And there's the J.C. Penney, former Macy, and then J.C. Penney building. We're on the backside of that J.C. Penney building.
Right where Fairview Town Hall is. If you literally go to Fairview Town Hall and then take that last left, you'll see Rocky Creek.
Yes.
Right there.
Yes.
So it's a beautiful location. There's a lot of great restaurants over there. Several of our partners are over there. You can make a whole day of it over there. Go have make a candle at Rocky Creek. Go eat lunch over at Goats Arena. You can go get your facial done over at Hope Beauty. You can go visit Carrie Lynn. And so let's talk about Carrie Lynn real quick.
That's exactly why we chose that spot.
It's a great spot.
Because we wanted folks to have, and here's the deal. They make their candle, right? They've had the experience, but unfortunately, or fortunately, we have to have something for them to do.
Yeah.
Because once the candle's been made, it has to set with us for at least an average of about 2 hours to cure and harden enough before they can actually move it. We're not going to let them walk out that door with hot liquid wax and Texas traffic and a moving vehicle.
And Texas heat, yeah, that's not happening.
That's not going to happen, right? We don't allow anybody to do that. But we will hold their candles for an up to 30 to 40 something days so they can come back and pick it up. But they want to spend it, have a great afternoon.
Yeah.
I've got a movie shop right across the street.
Yeah.
I've got the food court
is right there.
Right? We've got some
revolving
great
kitchen.
shopping.
So Carrie Lenz is your neighbor. She's also a partner of ours, and she has Artistic Endeavors. And at Artistic Endeavors, you can go in and it's also a maker space. So you can go in and make earrings or make backpacks or like little, what are those things you put on your little keychains you put on the backpacks?
Mm-hmm.
So you could go make your candle and then go make more stuff over at Carrie Lenz and then go eat over, and then you've had a whole day of just creating,
just having a creative, fun, unique afternoon or a great day. Which
is different than, hey, let's go shopping or let's go see a movie or you're doing something that is also creating that bond between the family, or it's a great date night. Fantastic date night idea, something that you will have to remember that person by or burn. If it's not a good date, you can just be like, I'm just going to burn it. And so there's a lot of different uses for everything that you guys offer.
And we partner up with Carrie for some of our logos and labeling things.
Yeah, she can do a custom label for you guys.
Things for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, we do partner up and team up on different things that between Carrie and us. So
yeah,
we back and forth, and she's been into our shop and we've gone into her shop. But yeah,
it's a great little area over there. I really enjoy it. I feel like it's a hidden gem, even though there is so much traffic over there, and there's so many. Stacy Road is obviously quite the intersection of traffic for Allen, Fairview area, but I feel like it's a hidden gem, the Fairview Town Center, and it's starting to grow and develop more as it's almost getting regentrified, even though it hasn't been around that long. It's been around long enough to turn over.
And we've got a whole new residence complex called the Residence.
Yes, there's the apartments, there's the co-working spaces.
Cortana.
There's so much going in over there that's really worth going out and just spending a day. Or a weekend and stay at the hotel, take a staycation and make a time of it. But so tell people a little bit about website. How do they book with you? Can they just walk in? How do we actually visit Rocky Creek?
So yes, and yes. Okay. So the best and the easiest thing is to go to our website, www.rockycreekcandles.com. And on there, you'll find the menu tab that says reservations. And click on that reservation, book on the size of your party we've got 4 different options for you to choose from. And then you just pick your date, pick your time, complete the reservation. You'll get a confirmation email. I get a confirmation email, and then we put it into our calendars and everything's set up. Walk-ins are always welcome. But especially during, we more are open for walk-ins during the weekday, right? Okay. Tuesday through Friday, because weekends we get pretty busy.
And evenings are a lot of your events in the evening?
Yeah, we do. We're open till 7 o'clock. So the last candles that are generally made are about 6 o'clock, because by the time they go through the process and everything, unless we're doing a private event, right? Where we do a special event where we've partnered up with other businesses, right? For some fun candle making and something else activity.
Yes, and we're looking forward to doing a couple of those coming up this holiday season and in the spring with our ladies luncheon, where we're pairing several of our partners to do something like that. So we're very excited.
We got one. We'll be doing one with candles, corks.
So wine. So are you BYOB?
Yes.
Yes. So you can bring wine in while you make your candle. That just made it all 10 times better.
The only thing is like we reserve. We have to reserve if you want to bring food in for a party. Yeah. That needs to be a private party. Okay. Because we just can't have or allow anybody to walk in from the street to come in
a cheeseburger and making
while you're
a
taking,
candle,
or partaking your food items, right? Yeah. And then there's the process. We always ask them to hold off on the food until after their fragrances, because we don't want the, contradiction between food, some great smelling food, oh my gosh, and fragrance.
Do you have food scented candles?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I had bacon.
I know you have a margarita one.
I have Senorita Margarita.
You do
That's
have a
part of my
margarita one.
that's part of my our Texas collection.
Yes. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the Texas collection. I know we gotta wrap it up here, but tell us about the Texas collection, and then and tell us physically where you're located, and then we'll wrap it up.
Being that we're from Texas, we are Texas. We had to have our own Texas line of candles. So what we did is we got together, and based off different regions of Texas that we've been to, we had an idea of what the fragrances that represent that particular area. So we have 16 different fragrances now.
Texas is a big state. You got to have a lot.
The different regions and themes of Texas. Yeah. From our state flower, the bluebonnet, which is a great, great candle. Blackberry cobbler. We go up to out to a farmer's market, right? Cowboy. Now this is a cowboy that we brought him in from the field. We cleaned him up, before he can go out and party and all that. We have the best camp. If you're looking for a coffee candle, I've got the best. I get so many compliments with my campfire coffee. It's my personal blend. Okay. Where I've created blended, just like customers would. Yep. Different oils to create that candle. Palo Duro Canyon for the Panhandle. Tumbling Tumbleweed for West Texas. Go on down to South Padre Island. Piney Woods for East Texas. So we've got pretty much
everything.
Good bit of the state
covered
up. And we just created last week a new fragrance that we feel would be representative of the Hill Country. So we're going to add that into our repertoire.
Okay.
And of course, if you're going to represent Texas.
Does it smell like wine? Because that's what I think of in the Hill Country.
No, it's more green, more open, more fresh, right?
Love that.
And of course, you're going to represent Texas, you got to have the yellow rose.
Yes.
It just goes without saying, right?
Which is weird that the yellow rose is not our state flower, but
that's a whole other story.
Right, exactly. All right, well, tell us your address, and if you have a contact phone number, share that with us, and then we'll sign off.
We are in Fairview, Texas. We are 330 Town Place, right? Fairview, Texas. And our telephone number, our primary number is 972-363-0173.
Well, thank you so much, Joel, for joining us today. And everybody go out and visit Rocky Creek Candle and have a great experience. Bring your friends and family, bring your business partners, and see what you guys can create together. If you are looking for the best place to market your business to our local community, please consider City Lifestyle Publications. I personally own the Allen and Plano territories, but we have over a dozen luxury publications in our area. We are a nationwide brand, so we have over 200 publications across the nation, and we really do value high editorial integrity, beautiful photography, and making sure that your story is told in a respectable and beautiful way. So if you would like to learn more about how to become an advertising partner of City Lifestyle Publications, feel free to reach out to us because we are your ticket in the door to get you face to face with your next client.